And unmute the. See all these mutes?
Oh, yeah.
We'll leave the camera muted, but unmute the headsets.
Oh, there. Oh, wait, that's the camera.
That's fine, too. It's not that big a deal. All right.
There.
We are live, I believe, and so excited for the first TESPN broadcast of the 2025-2026 school year. And our first broadcast of this new school year is boys soccer. We are back. We've got St. John Paul the Great coming down from Dumfries, Virginia for their first game of the season. Trinity Episcopal School Titans playing their first game of this new year, have had a couple of scrimmages. I am Rick Hamlin, joined here by a couple of 10th graders, Amy Phillips. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Jace Blake.
Hey.
And on the camera right now, we have another 10th grader, Andrew Moore. Jace and Andrew are going to get to play a game of their own after this, as this is the first of a doubleheader, first varsity followed by the JV, and first JV games of the year, too. So everybody's 0-0. We're just excited. Beautiful day here on the banks of the James River. Not too hot. Nice. Feels like autumn, and we have begun.
Kickoff.
John Paul had the opening kickoff, and one thing I'm really excited to see is just it's a lot of youth out there. Good hands by our goalkeeper. That's my roster almost got away, but Amy saved it, as she usually does. But yeah, just a lot of youth out there for the Titans. So looking at this starting lineup, across the back line, you have right back Hayes Riddle, freshman. Center back Oscar is a freshman. Oscar Lehman. Center back Sam Adelar is a junior. He's the old man of the back line. And then left back Reed Woodward is a freshman. So 3 ninth graders in your back 4. In the midfield, 9th grader Alex Peterson. There is the lone senior starter Nick McDonald. And,
oh, good pass by Shea.
Yeah, really nice pass. And, sorry, Grayson Bulow, also a senior starter back there. And then, that's right, they're playing a back 5 to start today. So there is one senior on the back line, Grayson. And then we have Bryson Ferguson in the midfield. And then up top by himself, Charlie Widoff, who is a sophomore. So, and of course, senior Cole Farrell in the goal. So what is that? 4 freshman starters. Actually, make it 5 freshman starters. Young group.
Yeah, especially compared to last year. They had a lot of seniors who graduated and moved on.
Absolutely. And, you know, Amy, you were a freshman last year who didn't start on varsity right away. Got a little bit of adjustment time, but ended up starting and playing a ton on the varsity level as a 9th grader. What is that as the first shot of the game by the Wolves to save by Cole Farrell? But what was that like just with, you know, older teammates, a lot relying on you? How'd that feel?
Yeah, it was just a learning process throughout the whole season. Just trying to get better every game. It was a little rough in the beginning of the season, but once I started to figure things out a little bit, it just became a little bit more easy as the season went on. And then we have our season starting in the spring, and we're going to look to keep developing.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait for the girls' season coming in the spring. But right now it's just starting the boys' season, and let's settle in and focus on the action on the field. So far, things have been pretty even. Just one shot here as we were about 3 minutes into it.
Good
John
turn.
Paul the Great, really nice turn. You, Jace, have been playing all summer long with Alex Peterson. His improvement, his commitment level, he's going to have a huge year, I think.
Yeah, he was there as much as me, probably more on my sick days. But yeah, Alex is great. He's a very skilled player, and his finishing is also really good.
Wolves appeal for a penalty here, but they're not going to get the call. as the official felt like it was clean. And from our vantage point, kind of far away, but I thought that was a bit of a dive. Nice pass by Alex.
Nick is on the ball.
Gonna have a
handball,
yeah, against John Paul the Great. So free kick for the Titans in a pretty good position, and
It's being taken by Oscar Lehman.
product of the Seven Hills School, yeah.
Yeah.
Only the finest come to us from Seven Hills School. Isn't that right, Jace?
Yep.
That's a nice ball by Oscar. That's got a
Oh.
chance for Charlie Widoff.
Ah.
Like it was Reed Woodward there with the header. One of the shorter guys on the pitch, but he was able to get ahead to it, but saved by John Paul's keeper.
Ooh, that was a shaky touch, but Titans ball.
And I believe that is Diego Hernandez Duarte in goal for John Paul the Great. Good tackle by the captain, Jonah Hurley. And
Ooh, that's a great ball.
it is a great ball. The flag goes up.
That was really close, but yeah, it was offsides.
Yeah, definitely fortunate for the Titans that the AR on this near side spotted the offsides. I agree, it was tight, a little too close to tell from our angle, but trust the assistant referee who had a good angle. Another big booming free kick by Oscar.
And it goes to Shea.
Yeah, well controlled by Charlie Widoff, and long shot outside the box from one of those numerous ninth graders that we talked about starting today, Shea Johnson. Another guy we saw come out a lot this summer to the summer pickup games, and a lot of skill, quickness. He's really a menace with the ball at his feet for opponents. Nice passing combinations here by John Paul, but
Good step by Reed.
yeah, Reed intercepts, and here's the ball
Shea?
at Shea's feet.
Cross it.
Well, you know, maybe a little bit of nerves here for Shea. I mean, one thing we said this summer is, like, if anything, sometimes he maybe would take too many touches. Well, he's seen the ball twice, and one touched it both times, just tried to kind of get it off his foot. I'm sure the coaches have been telling him not to take too many touches, but I think he actually could have been a bit more patient with that one.
Oh.
Cole Farrell comes out. We are going to have, I think it's going to be a free kick, as they're going to call Oscar Lehman for a little tug on the back there. Now the AR is saying it's offside, so we're going to see which call trumps as the officials are going to discuss this one. All right, they're going to go, so the foul is waved off because the player who was fouled was in an offside position. That's a real break for the Titans, because that was a dangerous spot for a free kick had it stood up. You can see John Paul's strategy, a lot of long ball coming together there. Ball kind of came off Oscar's back, but we've already in this first 7 minutes or so seen Oscar Lehman, very physical center back. Bryson Ferguson, a lot of pace, nice.
And great ball to Charlie.
On his left foot.
Oh.
He's taken down on the edge of the box, and we talked about the Wolves almost had a free kick from a dangerous position. Titans are in a really nice position. Amy, as a goalkeeper, when you have a free kick coming in from an angle like this, what are you thinking?
That's tough. You just have to get all your players where you want them, make sure everyone's marked up, and just watch all the posts. And just once the ball's in, just watch it and figure out.
Yeah, because it's tough, because, I mean, you could shoot from this angle. So, I mean, as a keeper, you have to respect the shot. But also, you could, you know, look to put it in far post at some of your taller guys in there, like Nick McDonald, Charlie Widoff, Sam Adelar, Oscar Lehman. Pretty good height across for the Titans. He does look to shoot it.
And it's a corner kick.
Yeah, the wall did its job. The two-man wall for John Paul.
Yeah, it's a pretty even height matchup in there, so the Titans will look to get ahead on it over John Paul and try to get in the net here.
That's
That's far.
Too much by Bryson there. this field here at Trinity Episcopal on the narrow side, and that corner kick maybe would have been far post on a World Cup pitch, but here it almost landed outside the box and certainly trickled out. Looks like they're going to say that ball is maybe not as inflated as they would like. I can tell Coach Tyree didn't like that because he probably is the one that inflated the balls, and I think he took it personal that they did not like the quality of his
pumping skills.
The PSI was a little bit off there. Good press from the Titans.
Oh, and Hayes is there.
Yeah,
Still Titans ball. Ah, that was good clearance.
So for, not only the first soccer game this year, but I guess the first home athletic contest. We've had some scrimmages on campus, but this is the first real game, and a nice turnout today, befitting this beautiful fall day and the first true contest of the season. I mean, we've got a really great crowd, led by the JV boys soccer team, who is going to make their season debut tonight. Well, at least most of them. All right, Wolves trying to build out of the back after the foul by Bryson Ferguson. And nice job by Hayes Riddle to
clear it out.
Yeah, he got out of some trouble and almost connected a pass up to the striker, Charlie Widoff.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was where Che maybe taking one too many touches. I thought he had Bryson early in that build-up, but he's going to get another bite of the apple here, looking for some movement. Tackle comes in, and then ball is off of John Paul for a Titan throw. Sam Adler has been quiet so far, but he's a guy I expect to have a huge season for the Titans. He's a captain as a junior, which you don't see that happen very often. Starting as one of the three center backs today. I think we may see him in the midfield at times. He's just got a tireless work rate.
Oh, great aggression from Alex Peterson.
Yeah, he can put guys on skates, and he's going to earn a corner kick for the Titans. It's going to be Bryson Ferguson taking this corner. His last one, he overhit it. See if he takes a little bit off of this outswinger. It's a nice
ball. That's a nice ball.
Charlie Widoff got ahead to it, but couldn't direct it goalwards.
Shea passes to Reed. Can they get it to the box?
I like it out to Charlie out wide. Che's making a nice run.
Out for another corner.
Yeah, really nice patience in the build-up, and a third corner kick here in the first 12, 13 minutes or so. This one, an in-swinger from Bryson. Again, he overhit it just like the previous one from that angle, but at the same time, I know Coach Phillips is going to want someone to have been out there. Like there's got to be a miscommunication when it goes over everybody. You got to have somebody out wide for the trash, as we call it, to play it back in.
Great pressing from the Titans.
Yeah, they're keeping a really high line. This five-man back line that the Titans are playing here. There's a lot of space in behind, and we've seen John Paul has some speed across the front. Nice skill there by John Paul's number 7. That's Sebastian Arrieta into Cochea with a spin move, but he was then dispossessed and We're going to get another chance to see Oscar Lehman pump the ball forward. Jace, this might be you in about an hour and a half there at center back, playing free kicks forward. Missed kick there by John Paul's Damian Ramirez. Nice touch by Ferguson. Alex probably should have passed it out to Shea. Grayson Buelow tried to take that down with his chest, but it's a tough ball to control, coming in with a lot of pace. Referee playing advantage here. Believe that guy's going to be offsides. He is.
Yep, he is offsides.
Yeah, I know we didn't have the greatest angle, but I felt like he was a good yard and a half offsides there. For this early stage in the season, I'm impressed so far, at least, about 14 and a half minutes into this game, with how well drilled the back line is to hold that high line and be able to. That's now the third time John Paul has been drawn into an offside position. A lot of times that's one of those things that takes you know, weeks to develop that chemistry along the back line, but it's looked good so far. And again, reminder, 3 of that back 5 are 9th graders or freshmen.
Yeah, they've done a good job thus far. Cole's only had to touch it 2 or 3 times, and none of them have been like a shot or super hard save for him.
Nick McDonald, hard tackle. Nick pops up, and he's going to earn another corner. Or, well,
Goal kick.
Yeah, the center official called corner, but
It looked like a corner.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Oh, that's on.
Yeah, this is a breakaway. This is scary. This is a
Ah.
John Paul the Great.
You really have to watch for those runs. Those are deadly.
Yeah, the goal scorer, I believe, was at number 11, I think. That is Anthony Frantonio, and he celebrated in the corner. And golly, I feel like a bit of the announcer's jinx there. I was just praising the Titans offside trap, and then that time they got caught out. I think he came from his own half, right? So I mean,
yeah,
you obviously can't be offside in your own half, but we had mentioned earlier that high line does present a bit of jeopardy, a little bit of a risk. Coaches have called over the center backs just to have a quick discussion on it. But the Wolves draw first blood about 16 minutes into this one. Nice shot.
Oh.
Off the bar. That was a really well struck shot by Hurley. Now Bryson's able to stretch his legs. Yeah, guys, I was just looking at just went back and looked at that goal again. I mean, he was in right at midfield in his own half, but unmarked. And there's got to be some questions asked. You got 5 in the back. How can someone be that unmarked? I mean, there should be plenty of defenders that maybe just a lack of communication by those guys. Also, that shot off the crossbar, I think I said it was Hurley. That was actually into Cochia. So I want to give him credit. He absolutely smacked that ball, and thank goodness for goalkeeper Cole Farrell. The post was in the way, or it would be 2-0 very quickly. Sam Adelar, definitely a professional foul in the transition. I think had he been given a yellow, couldn't have had any complaints, but also kind of nice to see the official just give him a warning to Sam's first foul. But he definitely knew what he was doing there. Wasn't a dirty play, but was very much breaking up the play. There we see Sam, that aggression again.
Oh,
Yeah, he wants his left foot. Good tackle, Alex Peterson. Titans have yet to make a sub. Actually, I don't think either team has subbed yet. It's not.
he sees the ball to Charlie.
Yeah, that's a nice look from Alex Peterson. I say it's not too
And-
hot a day, but it'll be interesting to see just this early season if fatigue starts to set in as we're just past the midway point of the first half. That's a corner. Yeah, great pressure by Charlie Widoff to earn that corner. Charlie, the only sophomore starter, I think.
Yep.
So all three of our TESPN staff up here are classmates of Charlie in the class of 2028.
Yeah, Bryson's looking to see if he can get it.
Yeah, maybe take
better play on this
a little
one.
bit off of this one. It goes
Oh,
back
that's straight
close
to Sam.
It was a little bit better, and we finally got someone in that spot. I think Sam tried to go goalward with it. He might have been better served to try and head it back across. And I just said there hadn't been any subs, but I was wrong because I see Merritt Peterson now must have just come in for Nick McDonald, and now Nick is going back in for Shea Johnson. But Merritt, bless you, Jason. Merritt,
Thank you.
Merritt, yet another ninth grader out there. So even having started 4 or 5 ninth graders as well, and then the 12th man, first guy off the bench, but yet another ninth grader. So really, in my many years involved with Trinity Soccer, I think this is the most freshmen I've ever seen on the boys varsity team. Certainly, at least that are getting, big minutes. Good tackle by Adelar.
Straight to Sam.
Use your left, Nick. See, if Nick traps that with his left foot, he's going back in field, but tried to trap it with his right and then took himself right out of bounds.
Smart throw.
Could have been a dangerous cross across the box, but ended up rolling out.
Yeah, so gonna be a Titan throw. So Grayson Bulow pressured, and now Wolves gonna earn a throw. Good header out by Oscar. And that's going to come off John Paul and be another Titan throw. All right, guys, so I just counted on this John Paul the Great roster. They have 19 seniors.
Wow.
And 1 10th grader, no 9th graders. And it looks like about, 5 or 6 juniors. So
This really is a more experienced team versus.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of literally men against boys from an age standpoint. As John Paul, dangerous cross. Good job by Sam Adelar to get a foot to it. And another offsides there. Good job by the Titan defense. But yeah, so the vast majority of these starters out here for John Paul the Great are seniors in high school, 17 and 18 years old. And Titans are playing, about half the guys are 14-year-old ninth graders. That is a big difference, but really, I mean, other than the goal, I think it's been a pretty even game. Trinity with 4 corner kicks, John Paul with none so far.
A great cut in by Bryson.
Yeah, unfortunate. Alex didn't have a great first touch there. Bryson worked hard to try and win it back and created a missed kick and a turnover. Oh,
That's another great ball. Again, I think that was marginally offside, but
really close. It was a nice finish as well by, it was the guy who scored the goal again, Frat Antonio. Really tight, but yeah, that's now I believe the 5th offside against John Paul the Great. They got a guy down. Sort of seemed out of nowhere. Holding his back. Hope he's all right. It's number 14, Joaquim Bornosi. And he's going to get a break. Couple subs coming in for John Paul the Great. Tyler Church, yet another senior, making his first appearance.
Nick McDonald not able to get on that ball, so it'll be a goal kick for John Paul.
Yeah, they play the goal kick short. Some nice passing out of the back by John Paul, but
oh, great interception by Reed.
good physical battle.
Titans ball.
Yeah, can Sam find feet? Good
To
touch
Charlie.
from Charlie Widoff. Charlie wants that left foot.
Good last second tackle.
Nice job by Grayson to step in. I'm not sure what that call was. Was it a high kick on the Titans, maybe? Play it short.
And Sam gets that ball and sends it to Charlie.
Yeah, Sam has had a lot of interceptions today. Done a good job breaking up play. Fortunately, Trinity hasn't really been able to connect more than maybe 3 passes in a row at any point so far.
Oh, that's another great through ball. But Cole gets there in time, and he sends it to Nick. And that's going to be Wolves ball.
Oh, that's a really nice diagonal. Very fortunate for the Titans. It was just out of the reach of Lucas Jefferson. Good look there by the captain. Number 5, Jonah Hurley.
Another Trinity throw.
Tyler Church looking for the switch of play.
It's to Merritt, but Wolves pick it up.
tell you, Merritt will battle, and there was a little Peterson double team there as Merritt held him up and Alex stole it, but then John Paul steps.
Oh, great step by Sam.
John Paul subbing again, I believe. Lucas Jefferson coming over to take the throw. Anytime a guy comes all the way across the field to do a throw in, you figure he probably can throw it pretty far. Well, it wasn't that far. That shot is scuffed wide by John Paul. Be a goal kick for the Titans. So about half an hour into this one, about 10 to go in the first half. My assessment at this stage is I thought Trinity was the better team up until the goal. And I think since John Paul scored about 15, 16 minutes in, that they've kind of taken control of the game. Perhaps that's to be expected with a young team, you know, a bit of a hit to the confidence, but Titans were creating a lot of at least half chances early and kind of controlling the ball down in the Wolves' defensive end, but it seems like John Paul has really sort of taken over, and Trinity struggling to get much going since being scored upon. That's a really nice ball to the back post. Good job by Hayes to head it out. And that's a nice
Great ball.
Good look, well anticipated by John Paul. I think just for me, because probably Hayes Riddle is the guy out here that I've seen play the least for the Titans, and he's been a really pleasant, I don't want to say surprise, but I didn't realize he was, you know, this solid. He's done a great job there at right back as just a 9th grader playing in his first varsity game.
Great touch by Alex Peterson.
It really is. Alex doing his thing. It's not quite on the same page, are they? Shea Johnson is sub back in place of Nick McDonald. It's a really nice tackle by Hurley.
Oh, and I believe that's on, but Cole is there to back up the counter.
Yeah, gets it out quickly to Sam Adelar, finds Bryson. But John Paul has been strong in their tackles. They've just done a good job dispossessing Trinity. Let's see if Bryson can get going here with a head of steam. Beat the defender, but he left the ball behind, and that's Hurley again. He's had several strong tackles from that defensive midfield spot, the captain showing why.
Great step by Oscar.
Good battle by Alex, and he's going to win it. Titans ball.
All right, I'm not sure that's what he was trying to do, but connects it to Bryson, who goes back to Oscar and
Passes it to Hayes.
yeah, he tried to go wide of him, but you got to know where you are on the field. I mean, if you're already on the touchline, you can't go wide.
And it's through. Great tackle by Oscar.
Yeah, he's probably had maybe arguably the most action of any Titan this first half. The 9th grade center back, Oscar Lehman. And I think he's acquitted himself, really well. He's physical, he's fast, and other than the one miscue, he's really had his back line super organized.
Yeah, Oscar's a great voice to have on the field. From playing with him at Seven Hills and even just during the summer games, great voice to have.
Absolutely. So we got about 6 minutes till halftime. Again, it's been, in case you joined us late, 10th graders Jace Blake and Amy Phillips on the microphone, and 10th grader Andrew Moore on camera for us. At halftime, Jace is going to go get the JV guys warmed up who play after this. And yet another 10th grader, though, will be filling in for him, Mary Wadlick, who has just joined us up in the booth. But we'll wait till the second half to get Mary settled into the microphone. But excited to hear what she has to say. So Titans down 1-0. Again, I thought first 15 minutes, Trinity came out great. About 15, 16 minutes in, John Paul scored, and since then Trinity has struggled a bit. And Grayson trying to get back goal side here of the goal scorer from earlier. Gonna get
Foul committed by the Titans. That's a dangerous spot.
It is a dangerous spot. We've already seen number 7, who it looks like is the guy that's going to take this, which is I'm trying to find him on my roster here. Inda Kochia. We saw him from about this distance in open play, absolutely smash one off the crossbar just a minute or two after John Paul scored. So we know he can hammer this ball. It's going to be a two-man wall. It's well struck on frame. Good job by Cole Farrow to get over and adjust.
Oh, it goes to Sam Adler. Titans start the counter.
And for, I believe, the 8th time here in this first half, offsides going to be called on John Paul the Great.
Yeah, they've been struggling with those so far, but that can be a little bit expected at the beginning of the season. Still trying to settle into this game.
Titans wanted to build it out of the back there. Sam Adler tried the pass to Shea Johnson, but Shea tried to go with a little between the legs back heel flick. And, it is for these 9th graders, it's like, this is a man's game. Like that, those little tricks that might work at U15 or whatever aren't necessarily going to work out here in a varsity game against a team that, Mary, this John Paul the Great team has 19 seniors, 0 freshmen, 1 10th grader, and I think 4 or 5 juniors.
Oh, great header by Oscar, but it's back to St. John Paul.
Meanwhile, Trinity's starting 5 freshmen. I mean, it's just like a really interesting contrast.
That's a dangerous ball.
Very dangerous.
Oh, he misses.
Just a total break for the Titans. And Jace, thank you. I was getting a little distracted talking about the roster, but man, that was a really nice counterattack by John Paul and an unfortunate miss.
Yeah, no, that's got to be rough thinking about that. But
I think he came down awkwardly too after the miss. That was number 17 senior Bimne Dureje, and can't tell what he's holding. Looks like maybe a shoulder, but athletic trainer Bree Hackney is coming on with the cart. Never a great sign. So we're keeping our clock running. Good to see him get up on his own power. And I don't think he wants to go on the cart, but they're going to go ahead and take him over. So probably going to be a little bit of stoppage time added here, I would think, for this injury. So we're playing 40-minute halves. We've got our scoreboard clock counting up for you. But even we hit 40, I think we'll get a couple extra minutes beyond that. But yeah, back to that counterattack. I mean, really nice stuff by John Paul, and DeRege was in. I mean, he essentially had a wide open shot from the penalty spot that he dragged it wide. Probably could have taken a touch.
Yeah, just from what I've seen from this half, the Titans really have to learn how to deal with these through balls that St. John Paul is sending.
Yeah, I think St. John Paul has done a good job adjusting, for the most part, to that Titan offside trap and bringing runners from deeper that are onside and really timing up those runs. And they dispossess the Titans again. Good job, though, by Alex Peterson to get a foot in, get a shoulder in. Nice
Great header by Shea.
He's going to keep this in. Beats the defender, looking with the left foot, and going to earn a corner kick. The Titans had 4 corner kicks in the first 20 minutes or so, but it's been really a while since they brought it down here. From this corner, Bryson Ferguson has put them all deep to the far post. And you can see the Titans are adjusting. So, like, Sam Adelar's way out there now. I'd keep an eye on Sam here. He's great in the air, and that is where Bryson's been putting them. And there Sam is. He does.
Oh, that's a great attempt. That's a great attempt.
Got to head to it and put it just wide. But that was the most dangerous of the 5 corner kicks that Trinity has had so far.
Sends it over. Good cover by Hayes.
Thought I heard a whistle, but I guess that came from football practice behind us. So Cole Farrell's out, retreating to his goal.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, Hayes got it. That whistle is halftime, and Jason, we're gonna let you go, and Andrew to start getting warmed up. But but before you go, Jason, I just gotta, as I know you're a Liverpool fan, like I am, and these guys for John Paul the Great, most of them are 17 or 18, which means that most of them are older
than Rio Ngumoa.
Rio Ngumoa, who scores the game-winning goal last night in the
against Newcastle.
Against Newcastle, so loved that. Oh yeah, that's incredible, dude. 16-year-old kid, 50,000 screaming fans against him.
Yeah, that was great. That after I got home and watched the game, that was just pure hype for me.
Well, it just goes to show you that, you know, in this sport, it's not always age that matters. It's that will and the talent. We've seen the Titans are young, but they're feisty, and hopefully they'll come back in this second half. So, Jace, Andrew, thank you all. Go help get your guys warmed up for this JV game, and we will invite, when you guys get out of the way here, we'll invite Mary in. And welcome, Mary Wadlick. How's it going?
It's going good. It's nice to be here. I caught the end of that first half, and Titans were looking pretty good. Our back line looked a little bit shaky.
Well, so one of the things we talked about, Titans are playing a back 5. Also got Will Hampton taking over camera duty, a TESPN veteran and sports broadcasting alum as well from the class that Mary is currently taking. Yeah, so we're playing a back 5, but 3 of the starting 5 defenders are 9th graders. And so it is a young group back there. And they did it, for the most part, I think, a really good job of playing a high line, offside trap. 8 times in the first half, John Paul the Great was caught offside. But the thing with soccer, though, is you make one mistake and you get punished for it. And that's what happened on the goal. Of course, that was before you got here. And Mary is not delinquent. She, in fact, rushed over from her field hockey practice. So that's why she wasn't here earlier. But John Paul just timed one perfectly where the whole back line was right on the halfway line. the John Paul runner was in his own half, where you, of course, cannot by rule be offside, and they pop one over the top, and he just kind of won the foot race and did really well to slot the goal in. That was number 11, which was, Anthony Frat Antonio. Amy, you saw it.
Yeah, that was really a tough shot for Cole. He's coming in super fast right in front of him. Just launched it into the back of the net. There wasn't much he could do there.
Yeah, and I thought, I mean, you have the better perspective as a goalkeeper, but it looked to me like Cole kind of dove and went down, and he actually sort of chipped the shot a little bit higher and over him. But I think, Cole was 1v1. He had to sort of make a guess, and I don't think he has any blame for that goal. He was put in a tough spot, and Cole, I think, got more active as the half went on. Not a ton of saves per se, but there were a lot of through balls where he had to come off his line and either scoop it up or clear it out.
Yeah, and both teams have had good ball movement throughout this game. A lot of passing. No one's been selfish, which is good to see, especially with especially with Trinity, all these new players just still trying to figure out that chemistry, but they've done a good job of it so far.
Yeah, and I just want to say that one through ball that I caught at the very end of the half by John Paul, Trinity is very lucky that something happened, he missed the ball, that he didn't make contact on that, because, I mean, I'm not a goalie, but Amy, you would know better. That would be a very tough shot to save, and it was just really well played by John Paul. So I want to give them props for that.
Yeah, keeper definitely able to take a deep breath after that one.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really beautiful build-up, and that was actually probably, Mary, I think you only saw maybe the last 5 or 6 minutes, but, well, not even maybe that, because then the injury, so you didn't see much action, but that was probably the best play, like the best soccer of the whole half. I mean, there were 5-6 passes that led up to that, all along the ground, really well-timed run, and then the nice cross in. I mean, that was like the drill you do in practice, like how to beat an offside trap. So credit to John Paul the Great, but at the same time, I mean, if you're the Wolves who've come down here, pretty long trip down from Northern Virginia, you sort of had the dream start grabbing that lead, and you would feel a lot better if you're John Paul if you had a 2-0 lead versus just 1-0. I mean, the other thing I would say, with the huge discrepancy in experience, 19 seniors, almost the entire starting lineup for John Paul seniors, versus a Titan team that's only has 3 seniors out on the field in that first half, and has more freshmen than seniors. But what makes you an optimist from a Trinity standpoint is when you're that young, the learning curve is quick, and so, like, when you're only a 9th grader, you improve a lot in a short amount of time once you have a little bit of experience under your belt. So guys like Alex Peterson, even though he was on the team last year as an 8th grader but didn't get a ton of time, guys like Shea Johnson, who's in his first varsity game, Oscar Hayes, I mean, now they have 40 minutes at this level under their belt. They're all very talented players and fast learners, and I think you'll see a much better performance. Not that they weren't all good in the first half, but I think even better in the second half. And you, Amy and Mary, both experienced last year that quick learning curve where, from the scrimmage at J.R. Tucker, I think that was your first time in a Trinity soccer uniform, until going actually to John Paul the Great and playing in a state tournament game and winning one up at their place. I mean, just how fast and how significantly that y'all improved in that 2.5 months or so.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially, like, we had a young team in girls soccer last year, and, I mean, our start was shaky, as Hamlin said, but at the end, like, we lost to Stab, which was an incredible team that year, and, like, our win at St. Catharines, our win at John Paul the Great, like, you could tell our growth by looking at, like, even our first game home against St. Catharines against our second. Like, so I have hopes for this team. Even, like, we still have 40 minutes left to play, but even if we don't pull it out this game, I think this season's very bright with however many freshmen we have, which is a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more I want to remind you of too. That was I think a real, maybe the best performance all season for y'all and the girls last spring was that Veritas LIS game where we had just played them and were fortunate to get a tie like a week or two before. As I recall, Gabby, I think, scored like basically a last-minute goal just to nick a draw, and then they come over here for the LIS, I guess, quarterfinal, and Titans won 4-0, and really just dominated a Veritas team that would go on, and actually they won the D2 state championship last year on the girls' side. So that was obviously a very strong Veritas team. Also, that John Paul Mackey scoring about 15 seconds into the game to put the Titans on top, and then Amy keeping the clean sheet and goal. So it's really cool as a teacher, and also just as a fan to watch freshmen go through that experience. And so I'm really excited for this team that we're watching here, the boys team, with so many freshmen playing key roles. It's just it's a first time for everything, and they're also missing one of the freshmen today, Cole Nestor, who is out sick, actually. But we've seen Merritt Peterson get a good run out, and then Hayes Riddle, he played the entire half. Shea Johnson started. Oscar Lehman played the whole half. Reed Woodward played the whole half. Alex Peterson played the whole half. I mean, and those guys are, they've literally been in high school for a week. Playing the John Paul the Great team, who had, again, I counted, 19 seniors on this roster, Mary. I'm showing it to you. It's just 12s pretty much all the way down.
Crazy.
Well, I tell you what, so after this is these two, Trinity, John Paul the Great, will play in a JV game. And as a JV coach, when you see the other team has only one 10th grader on varsity and 0 9th graders, it's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Because what that tells me is more than likely that John Paul has kept all their young guys down on JV, and could be a rude awakening for the Titan JV guys. But you know what? We'll learn, see how it goes.
Yeah, I've definitely heard some talk about the JV game in a couple of my classes this week, and they're excited but also nervous, and understandably so for their first game.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, well, it looks like the second half is soon to get underway as the officials are coming back onto the field. Titans have had, Amy, a few shots, but I'm not sure really that the John Paul keepers had to make really a what I would call a true save. Is that fair?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's been some dangerous plays that, from the corner kicks that have gone over, but nothing but too challenging yet. He's had some goal kicks to take, but he's had a pretty easy first half for the most part. So obviously Trinity's going to try to change that this half.
Back to Trinity corners, I only saw that last one, and it looks like as soon as we get those going, those are going to be very dangerous for future teams that we play against. Like that ball by Bryson Ferguson with an on-target header from Sam Adelar or any of the other players, that will be pretty much unsavable unless you're actually insane.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if Sam can't direct that goalward, I don't think anybody is. He's really, really strong in the air. Had the chance to coach him a couple of years ago on the JV level when Sam was in 9th grade, and I think he scored 5 or 6 header goals in JV. You just you don't see that very often, but he is got great technique and great athleticism. The crazy thing is, Sam is a junior captain, which is very, very rare. Captains typically are almost always seniors. And he would probably tell you soccer is probably his 3rd best sport, as he's a great swimmer and then also a year-round travel baseball player.
Ooh, actually didn't know that.
Now, I think it's his best sport, but he's just a really great 3-sport athlete. And with Will Hampton joining us up here, Will doesn't have a mic, but Will is on the camera for us. So speaking of captains, Will, I hear you're going to be a lacrosse captain this year, so congratulations. looks like, I guess, is that
JV field hockey.
JV field hockey supporting.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if you joined us late, we got a big crowd here today. Absolutely beautiful late August day. Titans are right in it, down 1-0, and the second half is underway.
Yeah, plenty of time for the Titans to put a ball in the net. They're definitely 100% still in this game.
Yeah, they're still going with that back five. And the AR on the our far side, you know, he's going to get a real workout this half because Titans are running that offside trap, and the Wolves are really trying to time their run. So there's a lot. We'll have a better angle, but there's so many that have been fractional, just marginally offsides.
Back to that back five, how is it working for the Titans? Because I know it can either be a great asset or it can kind of hurt you and make it really cluttered back there.
Yeah, I know we tried that with the girls last year, and it was not very popular among certain players. I get why you want to do it, especially with a young team. You just feel like a little extra solidity when you have five as opposed to four. I think it's worked well because they've really played as a unit, and that's why you've had the 8 offsides in the first half. But I do think the only one, I don't even want to say criticism, but maybe the one thing I think could benefit is getting Sam Adelar into the midfield. Like, he just has so much energy that he can run for days and days. I mean, really, Mary, like, his play style is similar to yours. I mean, not like the most technical, but like incredible work rate, very aggressive. And so I almost feel like he's a little bit, has his wings clipped back there, because I mean, this is a guy that will cover every blade of grass as a center mid, and having him as sort of the left center back requires a little more discipline. But also I know why the coaches want him there, because he's even as only a junior, I mean, he's still one of the most experienced guys in the field. So they want that voice and that seniority back there with the 3 freshmen. So I see arguments to both. I'm curious if this stays at this score line, maybe as we get into, let's say, the last 15 or 20 minutes, perhaps they might let Sam loose a little bit more. But there you see him, and you see why he's in the back, as he's had so many of those interceptions. He does need to do a better job connecting, though. He's had at least 4 times where he's got an interception and then turned it back over, like he just did there. He really looks for Bryson. Those two have been playing together for a long time. And here we go. Here goes Nick McDonald with a nice move. Oh, that was a missed kick whiff by St. John Paul that almost actually worked out, but a good job by Grayson Bulow to get over.
Getting the ball, moving the other way. Now with a big opportunity to
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Great save by Cole. Cole Farrell.
That was a nice save by Cole.
Perfect timing. And I mean, Amy, this is great for you to just to have that angle of watching a senior, really experienced. I think was Cole. I think he was all prep last year. I'm pretty sure. So a really great keeper. Nice touch by Shea. He's taken off his skull cap, and maybe that'll bring him good luck here in the second half. But yeah, Cole is so fearless coming off his line, as keepers have to be.
Yeah, got there really fast. Just took it right off the St. John attacker's feet, or St. Paul.
St. John Paul. Yeah, that was one of the best saves I think I've seen in a while. Like, Amy, you had some really good ones last season. And personally, I don't watch a whole lot of soccer, so.
Well, that might be about to change now that your homework
Oh, yeah.
for sports broadcasting is to watch sports.
Yeah. I'll probably stick to mainly football, baseball, and basketball, but you never know. Maybe a soccer game will be on and I fall in love.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I watch enough soccer for everyone. That's a good ball by Sam Adler. Nice
That was a
leading
really
ball
nice
to
ball.
Hayes Riddle. But Hayes has been good, but that's just that sort of difference in strength where he's a freshman being double teamed by a couple of seniors out there, and they took it from him.
Oh, that's a dangerous ball right there.
It is. There's no offside flag on this one, and Titans are having to sprint back.
Though I also know Titans, our team's got a lot of speed on us. Like I've played against like Alex Peterson, I played against Sam and Bryson, and they're all like crazy fast. So we have that working towards our advantage.
Yeah, the three you mentioned, I couldn't agree with you more, Mary. That all three of those guys have elite speed. I mean, Bryson is one of the fastest players I think this program has had.
Yeah.
Especially with the ball at his feet. Certain players are fast, but then you add a ball into the mix and it slows them down. I feel like Bryson's one of those guys. He almost speeds up with the ball at his feet. It's really remarkable how he can carry the ball down the field.
Foul on what looks like Alex Peterson right there. A little bit
Yeah.
over the back, I bet.
Cole's going to have to come out to the edge of his box again, but scoops it up, and great throw to Hayes Riddle.
Tons of space for him.
Cole does a really nice job with those throws.
Oh, that was so close to being good. That was good.
Good battle by Hayes Riddle and Nick McDonald. Can they dispossess? They do. Get it to Charlie Widoff. But a great job by John Paul with the tackle. Good pass there. After I criticized Sam for some giveaways, he's connected to
Oh!
Charlie Widoff with the closest the Titans have come to scoring all day. As that hit the crossbar.
And he's a lefty, so like that's his shot.
That really is his shot. I mean, Amy, you'll know, I'm sure, from going to school with Charlie for many years before getting to Trinity back at St. Michael's. Like, I'm sure you've seen him play basketball. I mean, he is really comfortable from long distance, whether it's shooting the three or shooting a soccer ball from outside the box.
Yeah, that was really far out. But he had a really good touch on it. Struck it really hard and just hit the post.
Yeah, and I think the keeper was beaten. I mean, it was a heck of a shot. And
that was 2 inches lower. That'd be beautiful. Oh.
Oscar getting fired up there.
Well, St. John Paul player is on the ground.
Yeah, he fouled Oscar, but he came off worse for it.
Yeah.
Oscar is fired up. I mean,
freshman energy right there.
Exactly. He combines that freshman energy with good leadership. Someone on this team, I don't actually remember who it was, but someone was like, one of the players told me that Oscar is one of the best leaders on the team, even as just a 9th grader.
Oh, wow. That's really impressive and important as center back.
Important as center back and important on a team with so many freshmen that, are going to grow up together, and having one that's already sort of taken on that leadership role, I think will serve all of them well. I mean, it won't just help Oscar, it'll help that whole class of 2029.
Yeah.
It's crazy to say.
Oh.
Bryson got dispossessed there. He was looking for the foul, but no foul call. Oh, that's a really nice ball. That's dangerous.
Pretty ball.
Back across the face of goal.
Out.
Oh. That is a goal. John Paul the Great. And that was number 11, Anthony Franconio, with his 2nd goal of the game.
Getting payback on Oscar for all that excitement after the foul.
Well, and he stood over, or actually it wasn't, the goal scorer didn't, but another John Paul player got right in Oscar's face and kind of taunted him there a little bit.
Yeah.
You got it, get it back, Titans!
Gotta say that was kind of against the run of play. I mean, Trinity, I felt like it had the better first 10 minutes or so here in the second half, and But
Yeah.
a nice counterattack, and I will say a really unselfish ball by Indicochia. I mean, he had a tough angle, but a lot of guys would have shot it from there, but he slipped it right across, and his teammate was there waiting.
A really nice job crashing the goal by number 11. Like, Oscar, if he wasn't there, Oscar would have cleared that ball and there would have been no, like, worry for Trinity whatsoever, but he was just right there.
Yeah, definitely in the right place at the right time. And Trinity's going to have to regain their confidence after maybe taking a dent after now being down 2-0 with just under 30 minutes left.
Yeah.
Big throw into the mix by Sam Adelar, well headed by John Paul.
Ooh, Charlie Widoff on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of taken out. Probably not enough to blow the whistle for the PK, but I've seen it given.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a physical game. A few players have gone down, and there's been a few fouls called.
Oh,
There
gosh.
goes Sam. He's taken down, but that's sort of what I was referring to a few minutes ago, where if you let Sam loose, I mean, he will be everywhere.
Yeah, you can tell by just that little run. Like, he has the aggression. He has, like, the speed.
He does, for sure. And like I said, I mean, and this was a compliment to you, Mary, really, but like he just reminds me in terms of style of play like you, and
Thank you.
you know, hopefully you'll enjoy watching him here for these next 28 minutes or so.
Yeah.
All right, looks like it's going to be Alex Peterson standing over the free kick. It's about 28 yards out. It's a good shot on frame, but well collected by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it looked like it deflected off. I couldn't tell if it was off of one of Trinity's players or John Paul's, but bounced right to the keeper for an easy grab.
Yeah, and that keeper is Diego Hernandez Duarte, so want to give him credit for the save. I think he's only had maybe 2 saves today.
Oh.
Another foul. Nick McDonald goes down. Nice sportsmanship there, though, to help him up by the only man on the pitch who has scored today. He scored both goals in this game, Anthony Frat Antonio.
He's also a junior, which is kind of surprising with the number of seniors they have
Yeah.
on the team. Just noting that.
He's Riddle.
Nice ball
Hangs
in.
it up there. Oh,
Oh.
looks like Nick McDonald was maybe having a hard time locating it. Going to be a Titan throw.
Yeah, that was a really great ball. It was really anyone's when it was up in the air. And the defense did a good job of getting it out, taking it to the side. Not letting them get a good opportunity on it.
Oh, into the box. It comes to the feet of
All the bodies in there.
yeah, Bryson Ferguson, but he couldn't quite control it. But definitely the Titans. We talked in the first half, Amy, about how they didn't respond maybe great to going behind, but I think they've actually responded really well to the second goal. And I'm sure Coach Phillips, Coach Yazinski, Coach Mills, Coach Tyree at halftime emphasized just to stay in the moment, stay locked in, not get too discouraged, I guess, when things don't go your way. Because in the first half, Trinity dominated for the first 15, got scored on, and really not fell apart, but their levels dropped. But right now
Come
their
on,
levels are
in the
great.
goal.
Shot.
Oh.
It's going to be a penalty kick. Going to be a penalty kick against John Paul. Oscar's fired up.
Yeah.
Merritt's fired up. They're going to say, I think he called a trip. It was so many bodies in there. It was tough to pinpoint exactly who fouled whom. That from where we're positioned, that's sort of the far end of the field. So
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I did see this referee indicate that someone was tripped. And
I want to say it's Bryson Ferguson taking this.
it does look like it is Bryson.
Yeah, Trinity came out with a lot of intensity in the second half, like you said, and we can tell it clearly paid off here with a big opportunity.
Goal!
Yeah!
Bryson Ferguson with the goal. And just like that, Titans cut the lead in half.
Yeah, that was really great placement, right in the corner, right down low. Just beautiful shot.
And it definitely looks like Titans are getting fired up. They're getting ready. They want this game. And led by energy from freshman Oscar Lehman.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It also
Yeah.
looks like, I think the keeper for the Wolves looked like they were maybe going to make a keeper change. When he dove, looks like he landed on his ribs. Still holding his midsection.
I think he just told the ref he was good,
Yeah,
I want to
and
say.
he just told his coach he's giving him the finger wag, the universal sign for do not take me off.
Yeah.
John Paul did make 3 subs after that goal. They did not sub much in the first half.
They were also, I think they might have been planning that goalie change before the PK, because I saw the goalie with some other players warming up on the sidelines over there.
Yeah, or maybe the rib injury wasn't from that penalty kick, but maybe from before.
Yeah.
Sam Adelar was forced there to kick it out for a corner kick as he was under pressure from Sebastian Arietta Indacochia, number 7, who, though he has not scored yet, he assisted the second goal, and I think he's been one of the most impressive players in this game. He also smacked the crossbar from outside the box in the first half. It's he who plays the corner in, and shot was off by Jelani Epi.
Yeah, they took a different strategy with that corner than the Titans have. Well, we go like to the back post high, hoping for a head. It looked like they had some sort of like plan to get a shot around the PK spot.
Yeah, pretty much the exact opposite strategy, actually.
Yeah.
Big kick by Cole Farrell.
Nice
Amy,
head by the back line there.
Amy, you going to be clearing goal kicks beyond midfield this year?
Oh, yeah, she is.
That would be nice.
I have faith. She got it.
Yeah, me too.
John Paul bringing the heat now, trying to come back after that goal. They've been down on the Titans side for a minute now.
Yeah, and you would think with such a senior-laden team that they're going to, at 2-0, sometimes there can be a tendency, maybe a little bit to coast. And we gave the Titans credit for not giving up after getting down 2-0, but maybe some of it was Wolves taking their foot off the gas a little. But you can tell that John Paul that goal energized them as well. And I just feel like the intensity right now from both sides is the highest we've seen all game.
Yeah.
Great job by Alex Peterson, pressing, dispossessing, and getting a shot
Oh.
off. But yeah, Duarte,
Was it
I'm not sure he needed to dive for that. I mean, if I had a hurt rib, I maybe would have
Yeah.
not dove because that ball was not coming with a whole lot of pace. But you know those keepers, always so
Yeah.
dramatic.
Though I have to say, if Trinity,
Sam,
if they crashed that goal, he did let it loose
right?
for a little bit. So if Trinity crashed, it would have definitely put some more pressure on him.
Yeah, he's doing a bit of time wasting down there. That a few minutes ago when Trinity was down there, he let Charlie run up to him before he eventually picked it up.
Yeah, I thought
Trying
that was
to drain as much time off the clock as he can.
a little early for that.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little bit of a maybe unnecessary risk.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
If I were the John Paul coach, I would not want my keeper, my potentially somewhat injured keeper, playing with fire like that.
Yeah. Especially at that time, I think there were like 25 minutes left in the game. Like,
Yeah.
that game was definitely not over. And, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like that's too early for, like, I know I'm going to win time wasting.
Yes.
Yeah, I can tell he's feeling confident back there.
Nice back pass from Nick McDonald.
Oh,
Yeah, I see what Hayes was thinking there. Just got it just a little wrong, but the idea was good.
it looks like those balls over the defensive line and having Bryson, Nick, and Charlie run onto it. that's what the Titans are getting at here. And that could be very effective if we get a Titan head or foot on that. Ooh.
All right, it's going to be a Titan throw. They got a couple subs coming on. Dylan Prezioso, his varsity debut. And Shea Johnson coming back in. I got to tell you, I'm excited to see Dylan out there. This is a kid I have coached for 3 years, and awesome to see him playing varsity.
Oh, wow. Was he an 8th grader?
He was, yeah. All right, so we are just into the 4th quarter of this game here. Titans trying to pile the pressure on. Good job by Grayson to dispossess him, but
Oh.
oof.
A little miscommunication there between Sam and Oscar.
So I will be interested now as we enter this last, 20 minutes. Titans still down by 1. Will they continue with the back 5 that we've seen, or maybe switch to a back 4 and let one of these guys push further up the field? My vote would be Sam Adelaar.
Yeah.
At what point do they do that?
I feel like if they're going to change, it'd be around like 15 minutes. I think bringing Sam up to center mid will definitely be an asset, letting him head up the field, maybe score, maybe get like a nice through ball, whatever he's feeling.
Nice touch by
Ooh,
Reed
that's
Woodward, the defender
nice.
right on his back. Would like to see the Titans, bring it down to the floor and just try and play a little bit, connect some passes. Everything is pretty frantic, long ball. But when you only have one up top also, I mean, if you're only gonna have one up top, it's not much of a target to be able to
Yeah.
play that style. Hayes Riddle continues to impress. He's played this entire game, 9th grader in his first game, and he really hasn't put a foot wrong as the right back.
Yeah.
The 3rd Riddle brother to come through in this program, following his older brothers Grant and Pierce. Pierce, hope you're watching.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That was a not very good back pass there.
No.
Duarte really had to, that wasn't a great ball either.
Titans just need to jump on these opportunities. Like,
Yeah, John Paul looks a little bit, I don't know, discombobulated now.
yeah.
Not super poised.
Good ball going up the field, but it's going to be possession going back the other way.
Bryson Ferguson, he's got plenty of time.
Shut down right there by double team.
Love that strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He got shut right up the field.
And
And,
whistle.
oh, Bryson down.
Yeah, I didn't see what led to that. That is not what you want to see.
No, not at all.
One of the most experienced guys on this team, and one of the best creators and the goal scorer, limping off. Also, John Paul is making that keeper change. Duarte did not want to come out, but he is going to be replaced by Rocco Russo for the last 15 minutes. And Charlie Widoff came in for Bryson Ferguson. I don't know that I've seen Charlie play in the midfield. I feel like his whole time here he's played up top.
Yeah. There he is with over the back. Oh, shoot.
To the back post.
Oh.
He's looking for a hat trick. And
Nice
just
defense
wide,
there by
but
Shea.
It was nice defense after, but he
After,
kind of lost
yeah.
him in the first place. And I don't know about having Shea, who's really like a very attacking and very young player, marking the guy who's already scored 2 goals for John Paul.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely not the best choice.
No, and he got inside him. I mean, again, if you've just joined us, John Paul the Great has 19 seniors on this team, and Trinity has only 3 seniors who have played, and Trinity has played 5 ninth graders. So it's really a big discrepancy in age, but really been a pretty much an even game, just about. That's the score.
Oh.
That is a goal. They're not sure which one scored it, but I think it's going to be. I think it's number 8, Damian
Yeah,
Ramirez.
that's
Ultimately,
what it looks like.
I think it came off his shin, and that was 11 again. Fred Antonio with the assist. He's got 2 goals and assist. That's going to be a tough one to watch on film. I mean, how do we have a guy wide open, unmarked at the 6 in a 1-goal game? Trinity worked so hard to get back in this game, and just was kind of basic, poor defending on a corner kick.
Yeah, and credit to John Paul. They put a great ball right low down the middle, which was easy for them to get a nice little tap in off of.
Yeah, I mean, Trinity's had 5 corner kicks and produced very little, really no clear chances, 1 half chance. John Paul's had 2 corners, and 1 scored and 1 nearly scored. So I think that's going to be a point of emphasis at practice for Coach Phillips these next couple of days, is defending corner kicks and taking corner kicks.
Yeah, like Mary said earlier, they've been going for the low corner kicks while Trinity's gone up high to the back.
Charlie Widoff was able to get a shot on frame. That's the first save for Russo, who just came into the game a couple of minutes ago. Alex dribbling, skipping past defenders. He's so good at this. What a ball!
Oh. Oh.
That might be the highest shot I've ever seen.
Oh, Charlie.
The first shot by, I think, Nick McDonald was headed on frame, and I think it was the defender who was just able to get to it, and then it rebounded to Charlie, and he put that thing like 60 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Oscar Lehman took a kick to the head there. Good ball by Adelar. Oscar's in the mix. This is dangerous.
That's
Grayson has to
dangerous.
deal with
Yeah.
it. Grayson had to deal with that, and he did well.
Yeah.
Now Shea showing off his
Oh.
moves. Over to Charlie. He gets
Oh.
taken down. Titans, I mean, they're showing a lot of life.
Yeah.
I give them credit. After they've been scored on here, they have, it's actually, if anything, lifted their play with just about 11 minutes to go.
We also got the football team joining us over there, making a little student section.
Yeah, Charlie's gonna love that. He's gonna enjoy having a bunch of guys cheering for him, and I think this is a really good spot for Charlie.
Yeah.
For the lefty, maybe curl it around that wall.
Oh.
Low with it. Yeah. Didn't quite connect. I see what he was trying to do there, but. So, I mean, the Titans have stuck with this back five the entire time, and there's been no subs, just the same across the back line. Reed Woodward, Sam Adelar, Oscar Lehman, Grayson Bulow, and Hayes Riddle. I'm curious if you know, that's something they're going to continue with. I mean, historically, Coach Phillips has not been a back five guy. Yeah, I think Sam's going to get a yellow card here, and
Yeah.
he's not afraid to take a yellow.
It also looked like there could have been something on Alex Peterson up by half. What's that called? Half line? Half field?
Yeah, midfield.
Midfield.
line,
There
yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just glitched there for a second. So I feel like definitely some motions from Sam Adler might have been taken out there.
I've seen Sam get a yellow card or two in his career here. He's a feisty player. You got to love it.
Oh, 24.
Yeah. Came in unmarked.
That could have been dangerous. Oh!
Towering header.
That was nice by Oscar.
Shea goes around a defender.
Oh,
and
shoot.
I do think, I mean, these freshmen, you can watch them growing in front of our very eyes, like gaining confidence, doing what we saw them do all summer at pickup. I mean, I knew these freshmen were talented, and of course some nerves, obviously, in their first game.
Come on, Oscar. Oh, shoot. Oh, gosh.
He's on a hat trick, and he has completed the hat trick. Frat Antonio counts out his 3 goals, and that's just a little bit of miscommunication with the freshman center back and the senior goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think I heard Cole calling for it, but it got by him. And a nice easy lay-in for John Paul.
Yeah, and it's a bummer because, I mean, the Titans actually think their best spell of play has been the last 10 to 12 minutes, but no, it's nothing to show for it since Bryson's PK a while back. But a lot to learn from in this game, no doubt. And I mean, the only way you can truly practice is great, but until you get in, and they've had some scrimmages. They've scrimmaged a couple FC Richmond teams, alumni scrimmage, but until you get to playing a game like this is when you really grow. So
It looks like there's a bit of tension between Charlie Widoff and number 11 on St. John Paul the Great after that little tackle there.
yeah, I mean, frustration set in a little bit for the Titans. John Paul's kind of feeling himself a little bit with now the lead, and I mean, that was dirty. I mean, Frat Antonio and Oscar have been battling all game, and tell you what, man, Oscar Lehman, he's a freshman, but he's not backing down to anybody.
No, not at all.
I mean, those two are
Oh,
nearly
oh.
locked up again.
Into the construction zone.
I know it's not came off Dylan Prezioso. I know it's not a super hot day, especially for August. This is cooler probably than average, but most of the Titan players have not subbed out the whole game. I'm actually pretty impressed with their fitness levels in terms of just energy. I mean, they haven't seemed to fall off. Oscar is now gonna come out. So this will be the first change on the back line in the 75 or so minutes we've been playing. Nick McDonald drops to that center back role. Amy, haven't heard from you in a while. Tell us, what have you seen these last few minutes?
The Titans have been trying to make a strong push. I mean, they've had with using their speed, getting up there. But John Paul's been able to react really well, getting it going the wrong way, and then getting that goal just a few minutes ago really helped boost their confidence and put a dent in Trinity's.
right, so as that ball goes out of play, I want to welcome in senior soccer player and field hockey player Kat Pope. I guess at this point, the most experienced soccer player at Trinity, about to enter her 5th year of varsity soccer. Been starting since the 8th grade. And Kat, I know you haven't seen the whole game, but I think you've seen pretty much the whole second half, I believe. And you've done some TESPN work in the past. Great to have you back up in the booth. What have you seen from the part of the game that you've been able to witness?
I think Trinity's main problem has obviously been their communication. Definitely a couple errors that definitely led to a goal on one of them. But that comes with a young team, and I think that's not a bad thing, like nothing they should be too worried about, because that comes with time and just development as a team. And then another thing I think is lacking from this Trinity soccer program is the aggression. It looks like John Paul is really kind of just beating them up out there, and they're very technical, and I think aggression is something that also can, like, in training and just through games, as you experience varsity level soccer games, because a lot of these kids, it's their first year of high school, they haven't had competition like this. Like, they're playing 18-year-old boys out here, so just like the aggressiveness will come out of that. But I mean, I think even the score doesn't reflect it, but I think it's promising for them. And I mean, overall, the play has been great. Like, it hasn't been super one-sided. Like, it's been very back and forth. So I don't think the score accurately reflects how Trinity's been doing.
I agree with all that, and every point you made, I totally agree with, including the aggression. I mean, our best teams here on the boys or girls side have always shared that trait. And while we have seen moments of aggression and some of the more experienced guys, as we see some aggression there from Charlie Widoff, right on cue getting a yellow. Yeah. I mean, Sam Adelar's been super aggressive, as you knew he would be. I mean, I think Oscar, for a freshman, he's a very physical player. We see some physicality there from Charlie, but in general, we haven't seen those just crunching tackles, slide tackles, lung-busting runs that you've sometimes seen from Trinity players in the past. Guys like Matthias Rusi, or going back a little further, like Davis Geis. I mean, some of, on the girls' side, I mean, you and countless others who have really established, like, you may be more technical at times than us, opponent, but you're never going to outwork us. And I do think these guys have to learn that. I bet if you ask each and every one of these players on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard did you play? I bet they'd all say 9 or 10, because some of them, I don't think they actually know quite yet just what a 10 is. And they'll learn, and they have an incredible coaching staff on this boys' side to help them learn it. But even that, someone's got to attack that ball. They're kind of in the vicinity.
Yeah, someone just needs to be in there, not afraid to put their body on it, and just take a foul up there. A foul up there does really nothing for their team. It's just like a goal kick. So, like, worst comes to worst, you get a foul, but best opportunity, you get a piece of that ball.
Oh, shoot.
And
there's 5.
Another counterattack goal for John Paul the Great, and that one was Bimnie Dereje with the goal. And I mean, credit to that kid. He's the one that missed kind of the sitter in the first half and came off limping, but he comes back in and scores. It was a nice counter. And Amy, you'll know, Amy doesn't have a headset anymore, but that, when Cole comes off his line, I mean, he has to get there. And he came off his line and he didn't get there.
Yeah, there's been a few goals, 2 or 3 from this game that have come from that, him coming off the line and just getting past him. So it's just getting off his line quickly and just being aggressive, which he has been. He's been really aggressive this game. But ultimately, they've been able to get by him and put it in the net.
Well, and I would echo Kat's point. I mean, I do think this game was closer than 5-1 looks pretty bad, but this was actually like a fairly even game. The Wolves were more clinical. Their experience showed. I think this is going to be a fun Trinity soccer team to follow. I think they're going to improve a lot rapidly because they are so young, and getting these experiences will be great. Our next soccer broadcast, I believe, will be next Tuesday against Norfolk Academy. I want to thank Kat Pope for hopping on the mic.
Thank you.
And thank Will Hampton for working the camera. Thank Andrew Moore and Jace Blake for their work in the first half. And thank Mary Wadelick for her work in the second half, and Amy Phillips was here the whole time. Just really quickly, and I got to run, Coach, this JV game, but I would love to get maybe just a, I don't know, 10 to 20-second final thought from each of you. And first game of the year, even though it didn't go the Titans' way, maybe a player of the game. So we'll start, Amy, with you. You were here the whole time.
All right, like we've said countless times throughout this broadcast, it's just going to be a learning process. And this game has shown they have a good foundation to work with. They have strong players, especially strong freshmen that are coming in. And as time goes on, they're just going to get more used to being in this environment and become more experienced. But I think that it's just going to come with time. They had a good showing out today. 5-1 doesn't look super great, but they put a lot of effort in. They were running up and down the field and coming back for defense, and they did have some good looks, just not able to finish on them.
Player of the game?
I'm going to say Oscar. He had great free kicks in the beginning, did a great job putting it up, and then did a great job coming back and helping out on defense. And then, of course, like we mentioned, really hyped the team up, got them all excited, and just amped up to play.
Yeah, I love how he carries himself on the field. Mary, over to you.
The first thing I noticed was the emotions that you could see on the players, like, especially like Oscar, he got so hyped, like he got into it, especially with like Merritt Peterson and some of the other like freshmen. Like, I love seeing that. I love seeing the energy. I love seeing how much they care. But then also that can be a weak point. Like, some of the players towards the end of the game, it's 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. They start getting mad. They start making like stupid fouls. They start like just playing carelessly. And I think that was definitely like, that's a strength and a weakness. Just they care so much about the game, but then they also need to be able to like keep it cool, like keep your head like focus on like your next pass and like scoring that next goal.
And I think that will come with experience.
Yeah, definitely.
As you two, went through last year, like we talked about earlier, that learning curve for a freshman. Player of the game?
I'd have to go either Sam Adelar or Bryson Ferguson. I think Bryson, with his goal, that really like helped the team's energy, as I said, and he was just great at running that midfield. And then Sam, I think he was amazing at like controlling that back, and I think if he had been given more opportunities to go up front, he really could have done something.
Yeah, make sure to come out to their featured games or tune back into TSPN broadcast, because they're just going to keep improving. And by the end of the season, they're going to be a really strong team that is going to be tough to compete against.
Definitely. I'm really excited for this season.
Me too. So I will go for a player of the game. It is tough. I'm going to say, I guess the one that stood out to me, and again, maybe it's because I just hadn't seen him much, but I just thought Hayes Riddle was so solid at right back. None of the goals that I can remember really came from anywhere near his part of the defense. So I'm going to give a shout out to Hayes in his first varsity game. And also, I mean, there's two players on John Paul the Great that I think deserve a mention. Anthony Fratantonio with the hat trick, and also Sebastian Arrieta Indacochia, who had a couple of assists, number 7. He was really instrumental as well in the win for the John Paul the Great Wolves. So, hey, thanks everybody who joined us. We'll have plenty more soccer broadcasts to come this fall, as well as other Trinity Fall sports. Great job by Mary, Amy, Jace, Andrew, Will, Kat. I'm Rick Hamlin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.